Good morning, guys. We just got here and the signal keeps going in and out, so we apologize if there's any technical difficulties, but just look at the damage over here. It is truly just heartbreaking. So we're told that these are roofs right here, and a neighbor in this area, there was a bit of a language barrier, but he tells me that this roof came from another community way over this yellow mobile home that you're seeing right here, or this front office is what it looks like more so. So there's even more destruction to see, though, so we'll just keep walking down the line. It really is heartbreaking what happened to these communities. Storm surge in this area wasn't as big of a threat. It was more of just those really strong winds, which we were in the emergency operations center. We heard all those winds outside, and we're told that there are neighbors who stayed here in these homes throughout the night. The one that I talked to in this home right here that you're looking at, he said that he was in there. It was really loud. That's about all I could get from him. It's that language barrier. Taking a look now on your right, this is some of the worst we're seeing just at the beginning of the Sunset Village mobile homes. This looks to be a roof on top, and it's unclear if this one came from another community too, but just look at all of this destruction. And we're hearing emergency vehicles all down the roads right now. We're hearing alarms going off. People need to be very careful. They should not be out on the roads right now. Emergency officials tell us they haven't even sent out their first teams until it's safe to do so, which they believe would be whenever there is finally some daylight out. But as Hurricane Milton came through this area in the dark hours of the night, it just makes it that much more eerie because you really can't see all the damage it caused until the daylight does come up. This morning they tell us that there is a lot more destruction to see, and this isn't the only place we're stopping at. Also, I do just want to point out a lot of people throughout these neighborhoods. There's a lot of people with flashlights. We talked to someone who was able to make it all the way down. They didn't live here, but they tell us they weren't hearing any calls for help. So hopefully some of the people in these mobile homes were the ones that heeded the warnings. There's some of the 12,000 people in Manatee County who are in the shelters right now this morning, and they just need to hang tight because, as you can see, there's a lot of damage done by Hurricane Milton, and people just need to understand that emergency officials are trying to make their way out to all of these places. They do have some deputies out right now trying to assess the damages, but there is just so much. I know that across Tampa Bay there's a lot of destruction, and so it's just all hands on deck to get things back in order, or even just off the streets clear enough for people to go through. There are some down, or at least the power's out on a lot of lights here. Make sure that whenever it is safe to go out, you do stop at those lights that the lights are not on. They just act as a four-way stop, and just make sure you're being extra careful for any power lines that might come down. They say trees are coming down. We're told that at Lee Middle School in Bradenton, there is a tree down on 3 cars. They believe are some evacuees. That is one of the shelters. Luckily, though, it's the people's lives that matter most. You know, stuff can be replaced, but I feel way better knowing that it seems like a lot of people in this neighborhood heeded the warnings and left. Guys.
It definitely seems pretty quiet there, Chloe. I'm curious, on your drive over, you've been at the EOC all night. On your drive over here, what were the roads like? What all did you see?
So we took the right lane a lot of the way, and on that right lane we were seeing a lot of trees in the road. We saw some poles in the road, some concrete in the road. You really just got to be careful. I was keeping my eyes open while our photographer Joe, who's holding the camera right now, he was driving, and driving slow, being extra careful. There were some people out driving pretty fast. People need to slow down and realize that their lives are still at risk even though Milton is over.
It's a message that all officials across the area are driving home. All right, Chloe, thank you so much. Live for us in Manatee County right now.